Kevin Eastman, 35 years on a half shell. Greetings and welcome to everyone out there, whether already Astronomicon bound or in need of some Astronomiconvincing. February 7th, 8th, and 9th stands in the distance. The Wyndham Garden is already booked to the seams. The celebrity announcements keep pouring out of home office. And we are here to discuss all the exciting details of those celebrities chosen to join us. This is Astronomiconfidential. Thank you for joining me. Cowabunga, dudes and dudettes. Order your favorite pizza, grab your board, and prepare to go sewer surfing with the co-creator of a quartet of radical reptiles that over the last 35 years have gone from a one-image pencil drawing into a multi-billion-dollar worldwide entertainment empire. Astronomicon is totally stoked to welcome the co-creator of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles franchise, Kevin Eastman. Kevin visits the Wyndham Garden in Sterling Heights via San Diego, California, originally from Portland, Maine, where at a very young age he began, how many artists do, reading and tracing children's books and comic books. Influenced by the likes of Marvel's master storyteller Jack Kirby, then later by independent publishing greats Richard Corbin from Heavy Metal Magazine, Vaughn Bodie, and Dave Sim, Kevin's early work was far more science fictional than superhero in comic style. After high school, Kevin attended the Portland School of the Arts for a mere 6 months, leaving with a lack of work opportunities and a dismay in traditional art training. He then moved to Northampton, Massachusetts, in an attempt to sell his illustrations to local fanzines and newspapers. A pitch meeting at a local Northampton newsprint publication called Scat led to a suggested meeting with Peter Laird, and a partnership called Mirage Studios was created. The name Mirage Studios was a mirage in itself. Eastman and Laird had no legitimate studio to speak of, creating in their shared living room under a constant stream of television shows like The A-Team, TJ Hooker, Love Connection, and all the other very over-the-top television programs of the early 80s, also all Laird's favorites. Less than a year after they met, 21-year-old Kevin would sketch out his future during one of the collaborators' frequent late-night drawing sessions. Kevin Eastman doodled a new character, a bipedal anthropomorphic turtle with nunchucks and a ninja headband we would later know as Michelangelo. He dubbed it a Ninja Turtle, and after a back and forth between him and Laird of one-upmanship, a final drawing of 4 characters, each named after an Italian Renaissance painter, was completed. Eastman and Laird's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was born. Independently released as a one-shot comic parodying 4 popular comics from the early 1980s, part Daredevil, part New Mutants, Cerebus from Dave Sims and Frank Miller's Ronin, the self-published issue number 1 in May of 1984 sold out of its initial 3,000 copy run overnight, and quickly became a hot commodity with fans demanding more. The first book receiving 3 additional printings by September of 1985. The second issue received over 15,000 advanced orders, allowing Kevin Eastman to become a full-time comic creator, and a phenomenon began to build. Kevin's first ever comic convention appearance was at the 10th annual Atlanta Fantasy Fair in 1984. It allowed the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles creator to mingle with other notable comic creators from the time and get his first taste of public reception to Leonardo, Donatello, Michelangelo, Raphael, Splinter, and the rest of the universe that they had conjured. Aware of the struggle between publishers and creators over rights, control, and compensation regarding original characters, Kevin Eastman ensured that as creators, himself and Laird were protected by maintaining total control and ownership of the intellectual property while expanding it to the greatest means possible. What started as limited Dark Horse miniatures, a role-playing game, and a color trade paperback of the first 11 issues became a deluge of merchandise, t-shirts, Halloween masks, mugs, more action figures than you can count, and anything else you could imagine. A 5-part animated miniseries debuted in September of 1987, leading into a 9-year, 193-episode animated full series that within months became a worldwide smash and an unstoppable creative marketing powerhouse that set a new standard in excellence and success in the licensing and merchandising industries. All Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles merchandise was overseen and sometimes fully created by Eastman and his partner. As Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle action figures, underoos, and video games were snatched up by consumers at a record pace, Kevin found himself in the role of businessman instead of artist, spending 90% of his time administering his new licensing juggernaut. With the #1 comic and television characters around, it only made sense that the Turtles' constant battles with the Foot Clan were destined for the big screen. 1990, 91, and 93 brought us a trilogy of live-action turtle excitement that thrived not only in theaters, but in the extremely popular home video rental market. By 1994, Kevin Eastman's single sketch intended to make his artistic partner giggle had generated over $6 billion in total merchandise, licensing, and other revenue. And that was 25 years ago. And the Turtles never stopped, never aged, continuing to entertain fans old and new through all mediums. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles faithful, who Kevin calls the best fans on the entire planet, continue to consume different interpretations of these characters as times change. More than 5 television series, 2 reboot films, an animated feature, and a grip on the toy and merchandise market that never slipped. Even the comics, which have undergone numerous changes, are still popular. Kevin Eastman has returned for the current incarnation via IDW Publishing, which during the summer of 2019 made headlines by officially debuting Jennika as the first canon female Ninja Turtle, ironically Shredder's daughter, and the heir to the Foot Clan throne. When not having way too much fun creating turtle content, Kevin Eastman is known as a publisher of legendary magazine Heavy Metal, a publication instrumental in his artistic growth, as well as 3 new independent series launched in 2016, Fistful of Blood, Los Angeles, and Underwear. In 2018, Kevin launched his first ever Kickstarter crowdfunding campaign. The fully funded project entitled Drawing Blood, Spilled Ink from Kevin Eastman Studios is heavily influenced by his experiences as the creator of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Drawing Blood is an inside look at the turbulent life and times of a once successful cartoonist named Shane Bookman, the co-creator of a gritty, funny indie comic called The Radically Rearranged Ronin Ragdolls that became a billion-dollar global franchise, and his now struggles with dissolved partnerships, millions spent, and the recovery from the speeding train known as early success. The release featured a companion one-off book, The Radically Rearranged Ronin Ragdolls Story Within the Story, about 3 mutant anthropomorphic cats, which launched Ragdoll Mania in the early 90s. Any of this sound familiar? He stays connected to fans via convention appearances, social media, and his direct web home, KevinEastmanStudios.com, where he offers a wide array of signed merchandise and art pieces, including rare original pieces from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles early days. He stays involved in the franchise that made him a success with the new IDW publishing run, and also finds time to guest on other publications, including his highly sought-after Twisted Haunted High-On's The Darkness Rises #1 variant cover appearance. After 35 years on a half-shell, Turtle Power continues to propel popular culture in ways even Kevin Eastman could not have predicted. And I can't wait to thank him for creating such a huge chunk of my childhood this February at Astronomicon. Are you gonna go ninja, go ninja, go? February 7th, 8th, and 9th only at the Wyndham Garden in Sterling Heights, Michigan. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles creator Kevin Eastman and a star-studded lineup including Richard Brake and Bill Moseley from 3 from Hell, Dirt Nasty aka Simon Rex, and many, many more. I'll be there, dudes. My name is Chuck Reeves, and you can catch me in that panel room. And until next time, this has been Astronomiconfidential.